Hey everybody, we're gonna be watching this Kaos Riders 28 bikers having worse day than you. Heat vest,
close call,
off-road.
some hectic stuff on 2 wheels.
So we've seen a few of these already. All right, so the Vulcaneer. Whoa, you see the great swerve? Were we paying attention? Let's take a look at that. Look at the very top right. Look at the top right. Let's go back all the way here. Look at the top right. We're looking down at our phone, staring at our phone. Oh! And we barely make it. So, and we got a side of the vehicle right there too. How lucky are we, Vulcaneer? How lucky are we? So, when I say orange stage previously, but this is white stage. We're completely zoned out, not paying attention because we're looking at our phone. Now, if it was a quad lock, it might have been a little different. Just kidding. Even with a quad lock, you can have this issue. Okay, so we're not supposed to be staring at our phone. This is why I have a Cardo Pack Talk on my headset and my phone connected. And if I have to listen to any GPS, it will tell me through my headset so I don't have to look. And if I do look, it's just like if I'm looking at mirrors. I'm doing mirror, dash, looking forward, maybe phone, mirror, dash, looking forward, doing 360 situation awareness, getting myself, prepped for anything happening. We're coming up to an intersection. Should be an orange stage. We're getting closer to other vehicles. We should be an orange stage. Don't know what we're talking about here. These are the color code charts that we talk about at the MTC Rider Academy. Anyways, we are in white stage, completely zoned out. We don't see the person up ahead. Okay, you see this tiny little dot? Let's go ahead right here. You see the tiny little dot right here? We're now staring at our phone. We're looking at our phone, The tiny dot is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The moment he sees it right here, oh no, we could either be in brown stage, completely panic. We see people tend to just slam the brakes and they dump the bike. What happened here was we went from white stage to red stage. Okay, we did something. Now, I'm really happy that he did this, but let's try not to go into white stage in the first place. So here we go. Big swerve, big honking swerve right there. Has to do it, right? Almost swerves right back into traffic. But you see that side of the vehicle right there? That vehicle could have easily came out. And so we would have hit that vehicle. We need to be paying attention when we're out riding. We don't get the luxury of accidentally crashing in the back of somebody and having our seatbelt just kind of handle it. Yeah, you see, check this pantalones right there. All right, moving on. All right, wear some gear, everybody. Remember, we're trying to be smart riders. Acquire and use personal protective equipment. Side of the vehicle. Ooh, there's our foot. There's our foot. So this is where motorcycle boots can come in handy. Now, you're still going to have a lot of pain. You can still have some structural injuries to your ankle, possibly tib fib, depending on where it hits. But if all that hit the other vehicle is your toes, on motorcycle boots, it's not necessarily steel toe. It can be composite toe. So, or carbon fiber, some type of, very hard composite. And it'll at least protect your toes, or at least make it to where it doesn't crush your toes. It might, you might rip a nail off, but you're not, smashing your toes and they're all sideways after the hit. So this is definitely going to hurt. But imagine hitting your shin. Just having a little kid hit your shin. Oof. Now hitting the side of the car. There it is. And this is why we wear motorcycle-specific gear. So this is why I also wear boots that go above the shin. I don't wear ankle boots only. I wear shin-high boots. Hopefully it has that TPU protection, that thermal plastic. Somebody Google TPU while I'm in class here, guys. But TPU plastic on the front hopefully absorbs some of that impact. Not a lot, but it's still going to be something instead of my shin absorbing all of it. Yep. There's that. There we go. Exactly how I use my phone. This is why I have a quad lock on my phone. This right here. Because look, just take a quick look. Look up over here. We have the turn coming up, blah, blah, blah. You don't know what's around this blind corner, right? Look it. We got a blind corner right here, but then we know that it's going to go left and it's going to go right also. So it's just more information. That's all it is. It's just more information. It's like having a mini map while you're in Grand Theft Auto. You can't see what's around the corner, but you have it here. So you can look at this guy. You're not planning your ride pretty well. I'd be off to the side a little bit. But then you can do a quick glance. Okay, it's not a very, very sharp corner. It's just kind of what's around the corner. I keep saying corner, 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 corner. Here we go. Thermoplastic polyurethane. There you go. Thank you, Z-Cool. So we're going to pass. We know a corner's coming up. Whoa! Wasn't paying attention to that. 360 situation awareness. Let's take a quick look at that. Where were they? Oh, look at the mirror on the right side. They decided to pass. Now, if they were in the same group and they had Cardo Pack Talks, they could have communicated that a little bit better. But they didn't. And look at, he's got a right turn coming up. See, that's what I love about it. You can't see it, but you know it's there. Phones can be a distraction, just like hot women on the side of the road can be, but you don't have to look at them. On the side of the vehicle, orange stage. Kind of prepped. All right, sharp left turn, you see the chevrons. Sharp right turn, you see the chevrons. So sharp right turn. Okay, it looks pretty sharp right here. Sharp left turn coming up ahead. Sharp left turn. Turn, 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 turn. Didn't see that. And we dumped the bike at slow speed. Not a big deal once we did it at slow speed. Just, he's got some crash cards. Very good, very good. You have to adjust the mirrors. But you see what I was talking about? So we're right here. I'm going to go ahead and stay a little bit bigger here. So we got sharp left turn with the chevrons. That's going to indicate, hey, we got to turn left. There's one right there. And here's the thing. The further they are apart, the less severe the turn is. You see how close these ones are apart compared to the ones just right here? So that means we have a sharper turn. A little bit sharper. Still not that bad. Here it is, here it is. And right here. That means we have a really sharp left turn. We didn't see this sign for a sharp right turn, for this turn right here. So this one's going to be a lot sharper. So we're coming up to here. There's the chevrons. Here's another chevron. There's another one. Recommended 25. That means we really got to slow it down. And we have this sign right here, really indicating it's a sharp one. Pay attention to the signs. Yeah, the closer they are, the sharper they are. The sharper the turn is. All right, what stage should we be in, everybody? What stage? We got a left turner, swerve left a little bit, but good job with the braking.
Man.
Good job with the progressive braking. Very good, very good. Yeah, what stage should we be in right here? Just take a look at this stage. Look at this area. Yellow, orange. Okay, so we're yellow going into an intersection, which would be orange. Exactly. So we're yellow stage. We're prepped and ready. We're kind of zoned in. Good situational awareness. We're relaxed, prepared, aware. Hey, we're aware. This could be something. What's the acronym for? Screw it. It's plan. We're planning our ride. So we're positioned for safety. We located this hazardous situation. We need to assess any relevant threats. Typically in an intersection, we have left turners, pedestrians. Possibly gravel, but it's typically left turners and pedestrians. Let's put that back on the board here. And we got to navigate any active threat. So if any left turner actually comes out, that's an active threat. If any left turners in their left lane and they don't come out, they're not really a threat. They're staying where they're supposed to be. But once we get into the intersection, we're covering our brakes, okay? Orange stage, covering the front brakes, rolling off the throttle just a little bit, maybe go down like 2 miles an hour. So we're going 45, let's go to 43. What that's doing is putting a little bit of weight on that front tire. And what that's doing is at the moment we start squeezing, we already have weight on that front tire. We reduce our perception, reaction, and braking distance. And that's total stopping distance, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Roll up the throttle a little bit. So we roll up the throttle right here. We see somebody come out, we apply the brakes. If we roll up the throttle, nobody comes out, guess what? Nobody's going to know you went from 45 to 43. Nobody's going to know. They can't judge the 2 miles an hour in their brain. And all you're going to have to do when you get on the other side, go back in yellow stage and roll on the throttle. Just kind of coast almost through the intersection. Good job with the braking.
Man.
Poop in the pants? It's not good. Believe me, I had food poisoning recently. Anyways, here we go. Never trust the fart. Whoa, what are we doing? What are we doing? Switching lanes, switching lanes? Okay. Just keep moving. You're going to get hit. Who's behind you? Anybody behind you? See, what's the point of fighting for things like that? It's the same group. It's the same group. All right, man. Let's just move on. All right, Cortec. Oh, hear the ABS kick in? All right, guys. It says, guess what went wrong? Guess what went wrong? I want you guys to guess. So we're coming in through the intersection. We're going through the corner. Listen. Why? Do you think this guy slowed down quite a bit, and then we were like catching up to him, about to hit him, and we had to slam the brakes and ABS kicked in? Because the only time ABS kicks in is when when ABS understands that there's gonna be a slide happen, it's locking up, so it actually stops it from locking up. So we locked up the brakes, getting right up to this guy. It was right on the guy's butt. Let me know in the comment. Okay. Here we go. Edwin RPG. Here we go. Watch out. This guy's going to switch lanes into you. Oof. We've seen this one. I think we've seen some of these. These are some just... They like to play them off. You know, Moto Stars, Moto Madness, Kaos Riders. They all get the same kind of videos here and there. So this is kind of like a review for you guys. Start writing in the comments for everything that pops up, especially the ones that you absolutely know for a fact. So what happened in this video? What happened here? A little bit too wide in the corner. Remember, we're supposed to be doing slow look, press, and roll. Make it through the corner, low side a little bit. Oh, turned into a high side. Still sliding on his booty. There goes his coccyx. COCCYX. Google it. Hey, he's got a quad lock. So I think we go a little bit too fast in the corner here, or a deer. It's one of the two. Usually when I see trees like this, it's either a deer or they go too fast in the corner. There's too fast in the corner. So we lost some traction and it overcorrected himself onto the side. This is why we rescue each other. Let's just keep playing it. Cobus Moto, here we go. Whoa! Side of the vehicle. We couldn't see that side of the vehicle. You see right there, we have a line of sight issue. Okay, typically we see line of sight issues in intersections, parking lots, and right here. So if we see this all of a sudden, we have to do something. We have to do a red stage maneuver. So he can swerve out of the way, but do you think progressive braking and trying to stop in time is going to be the solution? No, we're going to have to get ourselves out of here. We have to do something because this person's going to continue backing in. They're not going to see you until you hit them because they're being blocked by the vehicle. So we're going to have to do something. We got to get ourselves out of here. Let's go ahead and swerve out of there. Yeah, we've seen this one already. So Kaos Riders, this is just kind of like a compilation of all the good ones that everyone else has done, which is fine. Rider's testing out his brakes. Okay. Ooh, slammed the front brake. We locked up the front tire. How did we lock up the front tire? How did we lock it up? And why? Why did we lock it up and how? Look at his right hand. You see that? Look at his right hand. Let's take a look. This is what happens when you do this. That's why we don't do it like that. We squeeze until we get some weight on that front tire, and then we can squeeze more. We have to wait until we get weight on that front tire to get traction. You know, since some of these are the same videos, what I want you to do is put your hand on top of your table or wherever it is. Okay, just barely put any weight on it and just slide it back and forth. You notice how you can do this, right? Now put a little bit of weight on that hand onto the table, just a little bit, and you start to get a little bit of friction. Now put all your weight on it and now try to do it. It's stuck. Okay, so this is what happens when you slam that front brake. You only have a little bit of weight on that front tire. So when you slam it, it slides. When you apply a little bit of front brake, it puts a little bit of weight on that, and then you can apply some, and it still kind of slides, but it's still gonna grab. Now, if you put a little bit more weight and you progressively squeeze, then it's gonna stick. And that's the point of progressive braking, is that you're progressively getting more and more weight on that front tire, and you can squeeze progressively more. If you slam it, this is what happens. It just slides. Edge of entropy. All right, what do we got here? Got a left turner? Whoa! Whatever, not a big deal. Is he gonna get mad? No, don't get mad, dude. Okay.
I didn't like what you did. That wasn't very nice. When you pass by me, don't do that.
That's fine. I don't like it either. He didn't have to talk to you though. So that's one of those things that, like, it would bother me a little bit, but it wouldn't bother me to the point where I said something. And then this part right here, where he ran away, he couldn't talk like an adult, is that here's one thing I've learned. Especially when people like call me or text me, it doesn't matter. You're requesting to speak to me. I don't have to answer. So this guy, right, the guy that's talking to this guy, he's saying, hey, talk to me. And this guy's saying, no, I don't feel like it. Okay. Just because you request something doesn't mean you get it.
Can you pass by me? Yeah, don't do
It's a green light. Go. Entitlement on some of these people. Anyways, rude dog. Here we go. Moving through here. Yeah. All right, racing our little, not racing, but we're riding, keeping up with our buddy, having some fun, doing our thing. Whatever. Are we gonna go a little bit too fast around this corner? I don't know. What about this corner? I don't know. There's our buddy going down. Two of our buddies going down. Time to rescue them. Make sure we ensure our own safety. Stop any major bleeds. We've got tourniquets and everything in our rescue pack. Make sure you guys check with that out on the shop. Nathan B. Here we go. Sucks to be in the other. Sucks to be in that. Oh, never mind. It sucks to be you. Oh, everybody got to see that happen. All right. So having a nice little wheelie, having some fun, landed it, hit a bump, got a little bit of speed wobbles, can't control it. Now we're off the bike pretty much, and we fall down and hit the ground. So don't speed. Don't try to do some wheelies. Be very careful. Just go the speed limit. Check your tires, check your suspension. Anyways, edge of, oh, we've seen this one. Let's move on.
Wrong road.
Seems like he's mad at everything. It's fine. Moving on. Submarino Carino. All right, having some fun with the buddy. Make sure you ride your own ride, everybody. If you can't keep up with your friend, go at your own speed. Talk to each other in Ricardos. Links in the description for 20% off. Ooh, dump the bike. Why are we switching it to horizontal? I don't know. This looks like fun. Oh, hit a rock or something. Lost a little bit of track. Oh no! A little bit of a wet puddle. This white little dog actually bit me. Ooh. Time to lane filter. Plan your ride. Escape this hazardous situation. Assess any relevant threats and move on. All right. Don't know if anybody's coming around these corners. Oh. Dude, you're on an open road with your dog? All right, here we go. Oh, no. Don't do this. Don't do this. A little bit too fast for the area. Almost lost traction. We're out here on the track. This is where you want to do it. Looks like a fun track. Where's this at? Oh, a little bit of a low side, not a big deal. We're out on the track. You notice how we didn't go off a mountain. We have full gear. This is where we do it.
This is in Italy, so it's both.
Oh, we've seen this one. This lady cuts off the rider. There it is. Cuts off the rider and the passenger. Couldn't do anything about it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, by the way.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
What the fuck is car?
So they're fine.
hell.
We already did that video. All right, here we go. Chris, intersection, orange stage, prepped and ready. You know what's going on. Matches firm. All right. We got honked at. Some people are just dumb. I got flipped off today, by the way, when I was driving. I was going 75 and a 75 on the interstate in my van, and there's a lady going like 70, and so I got behind her, and I started to increase my space cushion by getting off the accelerator, and I was going like 65. And so finally I went back up to 70, and I was just kind of on her ass. And then she pulled over after like 2 miles and flipped me off. And then I went the speed limit. Anyways, we're moving on. A little story of the day. I don't care about road rage. Let's move on. Hey, quad lock. We're having some fun, going a little bit too fast in the corner. We're gonna go a little bit wide. Not a big deal. Let's hit some hedges. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, and we are good. We caught ourselves a leaf. Let's go and get rid of that. There we are. It's got a little bit of branches, and moving on. Helite vest. Oh, I flipped back. Don't worry about it. A little helite vest. Very good. I was gonna say hopefully it doesn't pop off, but it didn't. So that's very good. Very good. Hey, Chaos Riders, thank you for the video. Guys, remember, sign up for the MTC Rider Academy. It's $4.99 the first month, $9.99 after that. I'll see you guys around.